Mickey, Mickey, Mickey. Our beloved Mickey, the face of Disney since 1928. The talking mouse with two legs. The one you're so excited to see when you go to Disneyland. Yeah, that Mickey. But did you know? Before Mickey, there's Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Quote, with his round white face, big button nose, and floppy black ears. End of quote. People instantly loved him, and the studio ordered many shorts of this cartoon. All was well, everyone was happy. But then this donkey, not really a donkey, I mind you, Charles Mintz, took all of Disney's employees and the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Charles offered Disney a job there, but with a lower salary. Disney said, no way, Jose, and left. So on Walt's train ride home, he decided to create something better than the Lucky Rabbit. Thus, Mickey was born. The actual drawing and animation of Mickey wasn't done until Walt got home. His best friend Uberx drew a rough draft. Now there was two animated shorts of Mickey, but Steamboat Willie, the third short, which debuted November 18th, 1928, was the first cartoon with sound. It debuted in New York thanks to Harry, some big shot U.S. press agent. But before we continue, can we just talk about what Walt was going to name Mickey? Mortimer. Like, really, who names a mouse Mortimer? His wife agreed, supposedly, because she said to Walt, change his name to something cuter or sleep on the couch tonight. Walt, being the smart man he was, changed the name. In every Disney movie, you have your good guys and your bad guys. Earlier, I mentioned Uberx. He was the main animator for Steamboat Willie. In the article Uberx, the Disney Years, it made Oob seem dauntless. Quote, it was no easy task and it required Urx to spit out 600 drawings every single day. End quote. And in another article, Steamboat Willie, the author makes sure to say just how important Urx was in the development of Mickey, saying, quote, Oob Urx was in a way as important as Walt Disney, end quote. In both articles, they glorify Urx and make him seem superhuman, but saying he's just as important or spits out 600 pages a day makes him seem a vital part to Mickey's development, and probably more important than Walt Disney himself. Sadly, Urx turns into a villain. He betrays Disney by making a secret pact with this guy named Pat Powers, and in the end he leaves. But I believe Harry, the one who, showed Mickey on the big screen, loved it. In the article on WaltDisney.org, it calls Harry possibly the most famous publicity man of time. If you talk to a person like that, then of course whatever you're selling will be heard of. He was the most interesting man of his time. Disney was dubious, and he wondered why someone would want to buy the rights to a cartoon that's already been airing for 2 weeks. And what Harry said changed Walt Disney's life. Quote, these guys don't know it's good until the public finds out. End quote. This article makes him seem so optimistic. And in the end, Walt was persuaded, and on November 18th, 1928, Steamboat Willie premiered. Without Harry, Mickey would have never been known. When Steamboat Willie premiered, the reviews were all positive. The book, The Animated Man, A Life of Walt Disney, uses quotes of people who were there to show just how well Steamboat Willie was received. It shows how people can come together and laugh. This book states that New York Times proclaimed Disney the film first and only synchronized sound animated cartoon comedy. Film Daily called it, quote, a real tablet of diversion. Once again, the release of Steamboat Willie was a success and it made Walt Disney the person he was. That's nice and all, Key, but I still don't know who the bad guy is in all this. Well, my friends, it's the donkey I mentioned earlier, Charles Mintz. He's the guy who stole the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and stole Disney's employers. In every single article I read, they made Charles the antagonist. But I suppose if Charles wasn't the bad guy, who else could it be? It's because of Mr. Mintz that Mickey was born. It's because of him that Walt Disney was created. Without Charles Mintz, Walt Disney would have never made billions or won those 25 Oscar awards. Side note, Walt still holds the record for most nominations and wins by individual ever. I guess Oswald the Lucky Rabbit wasn't so lucky. By turning this event into a story, by using quotes, imagery, and turning everyday people into heroes and villains, makes Steamboat Willie way more interesting and into a bit. It's because of this event that people still and will always love Mickey Mouse. A quote from Walt Disney says, "I only hope that we don't lose sight of one thing, that was all started by a mouse."